is that Kaguchia? Honorable Kaguchia?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The people in this republic seem to think that the National Assembly is playing second fiddle to the executive. In fact, some of the people think that National Assembly authority has been watered down greatly. Honorable Speaker, the reason why our people seem to think so is because every other decision that is taken in this House is not being taken seriously by the executive. Honorable Speaker, the issue of education is so important in our republic that whereby we have passed and moved and appropriated funds for the education sector, particularly the capitation, which is going to our high schools and our primary and JSS schools, and then the cabinet secretary dilly-dallies. And not only does he dilly-dally, but he also seems to say, to mislead the House that he's going to release the money, and then he does not. Honorable Speaker, that in a big way indicts our authority as a House. Honorable Speaker, it's in my considered opinion that as a House we should take it upon ourselves to summon these members of cabinet, and not only summon them but take very serious action against them. Honorable Speaker, some of the people think, and rightly so, that most of the money has been removed from the budget and has been taken into other issues that are not necessary and that are not of importance to our republic. Honorable Speaker, many people think a lot of money has been redirected to do empowerment projects in up country. And this is one of the reasons why we can have money to take to schools, we can have money to take to SHA, we can have money to take to areas which are productive in our economy. Honorable Speaker, if you look at the gravy train that the cabinet secretaries have engaged in, including what we have seen as security machinani. Honorable Speaker, a lot of money is being spent in the wrong way. A lot of money is being redirected.
Order, Kaguchia. Focus on the matter before the House.
Thank you.
We are talking about capitation.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
You are wandering all over.
On the issue of capitation, Honorable Speaker, you realize some of the members, some of the schools have submitted the names of the students who are in their schools. But Honorable Speaker, most of those names are still missing. So even when they receive the capitation, Honorable Speaker, it's still not sufficient, or it still doesn't cover the students, because some of the schools have as few as half of the population captured in the system, yet they have registered all of them. And so, Honorable Speaker, that is becoming a big problem. Remember, even if this capitation is still sent to schools, they are still not going to be able to procure because the EGP is not working, and most of the suppliers are not supplying the schools. Even this institution here is having problems with supplies because the EGP system is not working. Yet this House had taken a stand and had given a way forward. And the executive have refused to follow the directions of this House. Honorable Speaker, it's high time you took action and we start as a House we are, so that we have our authority that is going to guide this country in the right direction. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, let me just begin from where Honorable Kaguchia has stopped. First, to state that as members of Parliament, we have a duty and a responsibility bestowed on us by the Constitution to oversight the executive. And oversight, Honorable Speaker, I want to believe is what the Honorable Makali Mulu was speaking about when he said, he referred to me, said my work is well cut out. But I want to paraphrase that and say our work as members of Parliament is well cut out in the Constitution, to make sure that we offer meaningful oversight and represent our people. And I must thank the chair of the Education Committee, the Honorable Meli, because what he's doing now is offering meaningful oversight over the Ministry of Education and also representing the millions of our children who are in schools who deserve to get what they deserve to get at the right time. Honorable Speaker, I was saying, I don't want to dwell on what the Honorable Kaguchia was speaking about because largely is political and has nothing to do with oversight and serious housework. But when cabinet secretaries appear before the House, whether it is in committee or in plenary on Wednesday afternoons, cabinet secretaries must be cognizant that they are coming to answer to questions that have been asked by the people of Kenya. And for the cabinet secretary in charge of education to make a commitment in committee, because the Honorable Meli has said he made that commitment in committee. Last week when he was here on Wednesday, he similarly made a commitment, and for what he has said not having happened, I think he's just telling the House he's not serious with his work. And we want to ask the cabinet secretary, not just the cabinet secretary in charge of education, all cabinet secretaries, if you come and pronounce yourself in the House, what you pronounce yourself on must be done. And if it is not done, the onus is on you to communicate to the House what challenges you have. And Honorable Speaker, I'll be reaching out to the Cabinet Secretary for Education to know what challenges he may have had not to have disbursed this money at the right time. And Honorable Speaker, conversation here last week when he was in plenary, and there were even suggestions, if there is a verification process ongoing, why don't you then release a part of the money as you verify the other students, so that it is not 100% of the students who are not legit or genuine students. If you estimate largely, you disburse 50 or 60% as you verify the rest. Honorable Speaker, these are challenges, as I said, that I would want to hear from the Cabinet Secretary, and I'll be reaching out to him. He should tell the House, but he cannot appear in the House and make a pronouncement that he does not intend to fulfill. If the challenges are in the National Treasury, because, Honorable Speaker, I'm also cognizant of that, it could be exchequer challenges in the National Treasury, he should come out and tell us. And Honorable Speaker, I want to offer that I'll reach out to him and probably tomorrow afternoon be in a position to give a detailed response to the House on that particular matter of capitation. But also to take this opportunity, Honorable Speaker, to ask all our cabinet secretaries to take their work seriously when it comes to commitments they make to the House. Because you are not making those commitments to members of parliament. It is to the people who have put you in those offices that you are making those commitments to. When members of parliament request for statements or ask questions, they ask on behalf of the people that they represent. Therefore, when as a CS you come before us to answer, please make sure whatever you are telling us is something that you intend and mean to do, and do it without fail and without any unnecessary delays, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, if you indulge me to take this afternoon, I was actually watching this debate from my office as I attended to other people there, and I had to excuse myself to come and attend to it in person. And therefore, I want to commit to the House that I will get a detailed response from the Cabinet Secretary and give it to the House tomorrow afternoon. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Majority Leader, I want us to do better. There's a common Christian saying that if you can access Jesus, you don't need John the Baptist. I direct you to get the minister here tomorrow at 3 p.m. to speak for himself and his ministry. Because any promises and pronouncements on the floor of this House cannot be in vain. So get to him and get him here tomorrow at exactly 3. He should be on the podium. Wanjala, what is it?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also just want to tell the House, Mr. Speaker, I don't want to debate because you have given direction, but just to ask the House, especially the Majority Leader and the Office of the Clerk, that when such commitments are made and they are not fulfilled, they need to identify them, because Committee on Implementation is supposed to implement all resolutions passed by this house. And we have powers to...
Yes.